How's it going, ladies and bros? I'm Bobby Six Killer.
And I'm Emilz and we're back playing the Infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. No, I thought we were going to do Claire.
We are going to do Claire.
Yeah, because we're going to try to keep it in the same order as what we started with.
Unless something important comes up, like with Jaya.
Yeah, obviously.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today. I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway. But it's also where they died.
So they died there and you now keep your husband there. Fitting. Did you kill your parents?
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
A girl by the lake?
Yeah.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
Yeah.
Special?
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
Yes, you can talk to her again. She's asking us questions now.
Yeah.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
Good. Alright.
Wow. Ow,
She seems happy.
the little girls seem special?
I don't know. I suppose she just reminded me of me. I spent a lot of time alone as a child. She said she was trying to catch some strange creatures that she's seen in the water.
Ooh. In the lake, though. Cthulhu.
We're just going to automatically go to Cthulhu for everything.
You're obsessed with Cthulhu.
I don't know. Minnows, probably. Everything's strange when you're a child.
Cthulhu's a stranger when you're an adult.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, so it was your parents' death anniversary. How long have they been dead?
Death.
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning. I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too.
There must be follow-up to that.
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide.
Monoxide.
I'm not sure. It was a faulty boiler, I think.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Parents' death. You're at a
friend's
friend's house.
Do you think I killed my parents?
Maybe.
We were just asking a fucking question, lady.
No, I don't think you killed your parents. I just keep automatically putting a question mark on the end, even if I'm not answering a question.
It's okay if you think I killed them. You wouldn't be the first to draw that conclusion.
I think you killed your husband.
People can be so cynical. I'm used to it.
Well, I mean, she did get a very, very large inheritance, so everybody would obviously think that she did it just for the money.
She would have been just a child, though, wouldn't she?
I don't know. When did they die? Or how old were you when your parents died, or some shit like that?
It was 12 years ago. I was still very young.
So a teenager or
Too
two.
young to be an orphan anyway. I had to toughen up quickly.
Especially being a rich child, you would have been used to having everything there, not having to do everything yourself.
I was a young woman in possession of an enormous fortune.
And that too.
Lots of people. Lots
of people
men
would want.
saw that as an opportunity.
it.
Some tried to seduce me. Some thought I wanted a new daddy. Most of them were the same age as my parents. And yet I'm the one here talking to you.
Yep. Large fortune?
There was no follow-up to that.
No, the toughen up one.
I don't have an answer for you.
Okay.
It was 12. I was a young woman in possession of an enormous fortune.
opportunity.
Lots of people. Lots of men.
Lots of men saw that as an opportunity.
I don't know.
Hello, Claire.
So it was anniversary of your parents. You went down
It's
to
the
the lake
anniversary
house.
of my parents' death today.
Should we go anniversary?
I went to the lake house.
Maybe, yeah.
I always go to the lake house anyway. But it's also where they
And they
died.
died at the lake house. Died in the
You
lake house.
always go to the lake house?
It's for her.
Yeah, I know. They died in the lake house. Go fuck yourself in the lake
Oh,
house.
for goodness sake, Bob.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk
Why
to
was she
children.
sad? She looked sad?
But she seemed
It
different.
seemed different.
Special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
Yes, she looked different.
How was the child different?
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
Oh, poor child. She's not used to that sort of thing, then that could be quite upsetting.
Be upsetting for me.
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really.
At least he doesn't
He's not
skin
really
them
good at
hunt.
either job, so
That's
the
worse.
skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them. I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
Does he need a lesson on how to skin an animal?
David had been hunting
He's
again,
a fucking
and, well,
zombie.
Oh yeah, of course.
she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
Hung around the lake house?
Yeah. Skins. Cool.
I stood for a while, looking across the water.
Lake house
It's
brought that one
peaceful
up there.
there.
Peaceful at
It's
the lake house.
place that makes me feel the most.
Feel the most.
There was a
what?
girl there, by the lake.
That's good.
Only about.
Yeah.
Because she just drops it.
There's very little I'm not willing to talk about, Doctor. But I'm afraid I don't know anything.
Peaceful?
I don't know anything about that.
Looked across the water.
Sorry.
Stood for a while.
Are you bored? Do you want?
Yes, I'm bored.
You're gonna offend her. Isn't
I see
bored
what you're
having
trying
in
to
it?
do, but I really don't know anything.
No.
Huh.
Not unless it's a
Oh,
wooden board.
Wooden plank board.
Yeah.
Cool. Oops. That's alright. Everybody's used to my
They
atrocious
died
spelling.
of
I
carbon
died of
monoxide
carbon
poisoning.
monoxide poisoning.
I was
Staying
staying
at a friend's, otherwise you would have died
Otherwise, I
too.
would have died too.
Who would have inherited it if she had have died as well? Like if she's an only child.
No one, I guess. The bank
Yeah.
Sorry,
or
I don't know anything
closest
about
living
that.
relative.
Yeah, but if she was quite young, she said she was still quite young, too young, wouldn't they have put like the closest living relative in charge of it until she became of age?
No, it'd go into like a bank trust probably.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day and his
The day
resignation.
Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him. The
11
day
o'clock
Dr.
in the
Dekker was
morning.
killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock.
Which is
That was the
exactly the
last time I
same
saw
time that the other bloke said he left the chapel, 11 o'clock, but he didn't specify if it was AM or PM.
Dr. Dekker
Yeah.
made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll
Ooh.
be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
Oh God, lady.
Dr. Dekker was more animated that day. Excited, even. He talked a lot.
What did he talk about?
Elin said that he seemed in a really good mood.
Perhaps we should change the subject. You seem to be struggling.
animated.
Instead of his usual sarcasm and rebuttals, he seemed genuinely excited. Presumably he had a date.
Excited, animated.
No problem. Cool.
Okay, they died at the lake house. She looks sad, toughen up. Parents' death.
Sorry, I don't know any.
Resignation?
Perhaps we should change the subject.
I am struggling. Struggling to look at your face with that slapping you.
I don't know. Other than the pretentious rich woman, she doesn't seem that bad. Or stabbing her husband and, you know, all of that shit.
She's pretentious, she's rich, she stabbed her husband, she possibly killed her parents. She's got resting bitch face constantly. She talks down to us like we're fucking 9.
Louise.
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning. I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise,
I tried, you would have died too. What friend? Yeah?
Yep.
I don't remember my friend's name. She was a girl from my school. Vicky. Charlotte. It's not really important.
I suppose it isn't, but...
Not particularly, but it might have finished off that bloody question.
Yeah, we got check marks to tick off here as our job.
Yeah.
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
Hunting again? I know I said hunting already, but...
Does he eat the meat? Does David eat what he hunts?
Does that matter?
If he's a zombie, does he eat?
We only eat brains then.
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
Interesting. The spear was missing?
Orange already.
Sparky was missing.
There's very little I'm not willing to talk.
Yeah, I told you, spare key was missing, please, and thank you, Mr. 6 Kilo.
You got it.
I'm sure I had a spare key for the lake house, but I can't find it anywhere. I don't really need one if David is around.
Cool.
Do you think the little girl stole the spare key?
It's gone now anyway.
Toughen up. Hello, Claire.
It's the anniversary of my
I tried
parents'
anniversary, but...
Yeah.
I went to the lake house.
Yeah, you went to the
I always
lake
go to the
house.
lake
Always
house
go to the
anyway.
lake house.
It's
It's also where they died. Have you tried that? They died at the lake house?
Yes.
You tried anniversary.
I didn't try anniversary today.
Ooh. Why were your parents at the lake house?
I'll try it. Cool. Very toughen up.
I was a young woman in
Possession
possession
of
of
an enormous fortune. We tried fortune. We haven't
Lots
tried
of
young
people.
woman.
Yeah.
Lots of
We said
men.
opportunity though.
So that
Try
was an
young woman because, I mean, we don't really know how young she was. 12 years ago. How old is she now? She could be
She looks
anywhere-
like she's in her young 30s.
I was going
I'd
to
say.
say she could be anywhere between like 28 and 40.
Are you bored?
Thanks, lady.
Told her she was an ass.
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most.
See, it's the place that makes
There
me
was a
feel the
girl there.
most.
Yeah, she dropped it.
By the lake. Only about 9 or 10.
I feel like that's important.
She was fishing, if you can call it that.
I doubt we'll get
with one of
anything out
those
of it.
nets on a stick.
How do you feel when you go to the lake house? How does the lake house make you feel?
With a net.
Sorry.
Fishing?
Fish King?
I see.
See what you're trying to do there. Pokemon.
She lives on the other side of the lake. She must be new. I haven't seen her there before.
Alright, well that cleared that one I think.
Yep.
So...
Toughen up and...
I was a young woman in possession of an enormous
Young
fortune.
woman in possession of an
Lots of
enormous
people.
fortune. What about if you just
Lots
copy it
of
word for
men.
word?
So that's
You were a
what
young
she
woman in possession of an enormous fortune. Enormity. Is that how you spell enormous?
I have no fucking idea.
Enormous.
Yes, money. Everybody wants it, but what use is it really? Look at me.
I know.
Am I happy?
No.
Am I loved?
No.
Am I living?
No. See, I told you I ask her an enormous fortune. Everybody loves talking about their money when they're rich. Hello, Claire.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Anniversary of your parents' death today.
I went to the lake house.
Went to the lake
I always
house.
go to the lake house anyway.
Why did you go to the lake house rather than their grave?
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
I don't know what to ask about
I went
this.
to the
To be
Ask how
honest.
she's feeling.
I always go.
How are you feeling?
How's David? Is he still alive? Okay.
Does David hunt often? Cool.
Is that the only one left to
Yep. Parents. Bodies.
Graves?
I don't know anything about that.
Graves.
I don't know.
Alright, hint.
Yeah, what does it say?
Were you close to your parents?
Oh, she said she was alone as a child.
As all rich kids are, I think. Yeah?
As a
Yes, I
common
love my
thing.
parents very much.
I assume not all.
They were very good parents. It was hard letting them go.
Is that why you're so cold? And why isn't it green?
Because there's more to talk to her about that we don't know about yet.
We asked her where she was on Valentine's.
Yep.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Did an
And
appointment at
didn't
Dr.
have
Dekker.
follow up after the Dr. Dekker appointment.
Nope.
And we tried asking about Davy Boy.
Can we ask her about Elderby?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer.
Okay.
What about Dr. Dekker's charity or something?
What was it called? Mind Stretch Outreach.
Yeah, that's the one.
Perhaps we should change the subject.
Okay. Hint.
Ugh.
Cool down. Fuck.
For another 30 seconds. Alright, well, what's something else that we can ask her about? Like,
I have zero ideas.
do we have anything that she's interested in that we know of? How is she
David.
feeling? Like, how are you? Didn't I
tried
ask you
that.
to ask how's
I already
David?
asked it. I already asked that too.
Yeah. Claire. What happened 7 years ago?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that's when she met David. My notes are
I don't
really
know
hard to go
anything
back
about
over.
Perhaps
She asked what she was doing on Valentine's night. I asked it.
Yeah, you might have
Like-
said Valentine's.
I said Valentine's Day.
Day. Yeah, but we want Valentine's night. Where were you on the night of February the 14th at precisely anywhere between 5 and 11?
Valentine's Day night, I was at the lake house watching David, like I always do.
Valentine's Day night sounds weird.
Mm-hmm.
Watching David like I always do. Cool.
You like just staring at him, breathing heavily.
He has trouble with his mental faculties and is
Yeah,
getting worse.
Through the phone.
He's got problem with his
I'll
mental
watch him
facilities.
and make sure
She
nothing
washed
bad
up.
happens.
If he's got problems with his mental facilities, why is he out hunting?
Because he's invincible now, because he's a zombie.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, we can't even ask her anything more now.
No.
Shit. Why doesn't she get somebody to care for him? Because she won't let them see that he's a zombie.
I don't know. Zombie.
I don't have an answer.
Can we meet David?
Wasn't she gonna bring David?
To meet us one day or some shit?
Cool. Come on, lady, help us out here. Jesus.
Well, maybe you could ask her about her new neighbours.
New neighbours?
There's very little I'm not willing.
Okay. Perhaps we could talk to her about what's the book that she's reading in right there. What's that book?
Sorry, I don't know anything about.
Oh, is she interested in Dr. Dekker as a lover?
Does she love her husband?
Oh, for goodness sake, I just brought up lovers. If you hadn't have
Love?
hinted.
Yes.
It still wouldn't have worked.
I
Because
suppose
you're talking
I
about
always
Dr.
will.
Dekker.
Yeah, but still the word love in it. And ask her.
Okay, do you love Dr. Dekker?
Seeing it comes up blinking love your husband. Dr. Dekker's date. We could ask about that. She thought Dr. Dekker had a date.
I see what you're trying to do.
Okay. Fuck. Fuck shit and balls. Is that a run down her tights there? Because she seems way too poncy to deal with having a run in her tights.
We should get someone else to deal with it for her.
Well, no, she would just throw away those tights and purchase some new ones. Once it gets around, you can't really do anything about it. You can
No, I mean the other person will have to come take her tights off, buy new ones, put them on her.
Yeah, I don't think that she's that helpless. She stabbed her own husband herself. She don't get somebody else to do it. She doesn't mind getting a little bit messy.
That's because she was angry. Otherwise, she would have got someone else to do it.
Yeah. For goodness sake, what else is there to ask? Does she like live in the big house by herself? She
Do
take
you
any lovers?
Live alone.
I don't know.
You don't know? Possibly, maybe somebody else lives in the house is too big, you can't really tell.
Looking for love, is that what we said to Elin?
Yeah.
How did she meet David?
How we know to ask that, I suppose it says.
Met isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery. I move in very exclusive circles. You tend to see the same faces.
Exclusive circles? It did say if we want to green them, we are probably going to need hints.
I don't move in
You
any
definitely
circles
need them.
anymore.
Yeah.
Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
Your parents' friends? Oh,
Are you bored?
why don't you ask
I
her
don't
about
move
her
in any
parents'
circles
friends?
anymore. Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
Okay. Dot one, why doesn't she move in those circles?
Well, you just ask his friends, why don't you ask parents' friends?
I've known David forever. It seems like he's always been in my life, one way or another. He was a family friend. It's different now, of course, to when I first met him. I felt like he was protecting me then, watching over me. Nothing could hurt me when he was there.
Clear.
Fuck.
Again. Why did you stab David? Why did you resurrect David?
You just put David in it, it's just gonna go bing, bling, blink the David one again. Did you kill Dr. Dekker?
Sorry.
You're not sure. I'm pretty sure we actually asked her that before.
I think we did, yeah.
Have we done like Dr. Dekker murdered?
I don't know.
Is that how you spell murdered?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Last time you asked if it had 2 R's in it or something in the middle.
Oh, okay. That'd probably be why I thought it was odd. I don't know. How did you... We're just gotta ask really weird questions, and we have no way of telling what the question's gonna be without getting help.
How was your childhood?
Food. Lonely, she said.
There's very little I'm not willing to talk about.
When did you first scrape your knee?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
When did you fall out the bitch tree?
Why'd you hit all the brushes on the way down? Yeah.
You just can't spell it.
Why was it dangerous to talk to the girl? Who said it was dangerous?
Well, she kept asking, am I allowed to? Not necessarily that it's dangerous, but just because she stabbed somebody, maybe she's not allowed to have contact with, like, children and shit. That's maybe what she was worried about.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
Because I might have infected her. Because if I am really delusional, I don't know.
You can't infect somebody by talking to them. You can just scare the shit out of them.
You say it's not contagious, but how can you be sure? I don't want to infect that little girl.
Well, that's like the kindest thing I've ever heard her say.
Green.
That is the absolute sweetest thing that she has ever said. She doesn't want to hurt that little girl.
We're 26 minutes in. Do you want to start Bryce or move or end the episode?
We can start Bruce if you want.
Alright. We guess we won't get much done, but we can say hello.
Yeah. Is he Luke Day or is he Pause Night Day?
He's creepy Pause Night guy.
Yeah.
There's something I want to tell you about.
Oh, cool.
Something else that's wrong with me. I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
What have you been doing? Wanking too much?
Doing what I would do. Stealing things while everyone else is paused.
Oh, you wouldn't do that.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move. Because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen?
I would steal stuff.
Go to a fairground?
Go to a fairground. An hour where only I could do shit. I would just go and mess with everybody.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Ooh, bigger things.
Well, you could have just, like, popped the money on the ground so when you were sweeping he found it. You know?
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can. To prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Dude, you should have plenty of money to pay for these sessions then. I might have to put the price up. Bryce asked what I'd do if I had an extra hour. Maybe I should suggest things he might have done to gain his trust. I wonder if he'd stolen anything or spied on him. Ooh, spied.
Yeah.
I would.
Gross.
Spy on...
I said mess with people. I was thinking, like, sticking their fingers up their nose or something.
Well, that makes me feel a little better.
You dirty
There's a young
creep.
mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like
Nudies.
naked. So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
What
Did you rape her?
Because after
Oh god.
you took off her clothes?
Sometimes I see a girl standing behind you. I don't know who it is. I don't know what you're asking me either.
A girl? Behind.
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
That's creepy.
What does she say? Oh, it's not got a follow-up. What did you do to Jessica?
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Yeah, it's extremely wrong, but at least you didn't touch her inappropriately, because that would have been worse.
Yes, it's wrong.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
You can't blame other people.
He made you that way? Did he make you go into her room and take photographs of her?
I have no... Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed.
So, is Dr. Dekker actually making these people with these powers by his mind reach? Research?
He's either finding people with powers and then trying to exacerbate them, make it more powerful or something to his own ends, or he's taking normal people and trying to force powers onto them.
Yeah.
For something. I don't know what.
For some reason.
That's too much to think about at once.
Alright, no. Okay, we're going to end this episode here anyway.
Ellen said once she told Dr. Dekker about her powers that he was happy because she was confident in herself with them, whereas he wishes all his other patients were like that. All his other patients find their powers as a fucking problem that they want to be fixed. So if he is the one giving them the ability or exacerbating it, as you said, he wants them to learn how to control it and things. And Elaine, how does that?
Elin
is the only one that's actually doing that. The rest of them find it a problem.
Maybe he's trying to do it because he wants to attain all of their powers himself.
Well, it's possible.
Maybe he found people that have weak powers and trying to figure out how they work so that he can have them too.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Alright, thank you ladies and Bruces for watching this episode, and we will be with you shortly.